This is by Melody Sheep. Time Lapse in the Future, A Journey to the End of Time. It's a nice chunky boy. I'm gonna share this on the Discord. Go ahead and check it out for yourselves as well, if you would like to. Let's get into it. By the way, sorry, I didn't even do my whole little thing. How's it hanging? How's it hanging, primates? Hope you're having a wonderful evening, morning, or whatever it happens to be, my dude. My champs, darn it, I keep freaking messing it up. I'll make it a habit. What? You watch. I'm gonna make it a habit. Everything has its wonders. Even darkness and silence. Helen Keller. What does the future look like? How will the universe meet its end? I think it's all gonna blow up. We may never be truly certain, but science has begun to paint a stunning picture of how the future might look like. Let's take a journey to the end of time. We will travel through time exponentially, doubling the speed at which this vision of the future will surely resolve as we probe for more clues. But one thing leads to another. The universe is... Hold on! You need to give me a second! I couldn't read it!
Has ended.
What
we do now, and in the next few years, will profoundly affect the next few thousand years. The only conditions modern humans have ever known so far are changing, and changing fast.
Nothing stays the same on this planet. Everything changes. The Earth is going into one of these jumps, and you don't know what is going to be on the other side of those jumps.
I'm gonna move the subtitles.
The Earth is always jumping.
That should be a little bit easier for y'all to see. Bro, I'm feeling.
on this planet. Things are not
bad.
still.
Are we getting double audio? My bad.
Everything is turning.
I'm actually super freaking excited for this, bro. This feels like I'm about to watch a movie. Wow! Ain't that from Jurassic Park? Gonna get a ring?
As it begins to run out of fuel, the sun won't simply fade away to nothing. Its core will collapse, and the extra heat this generates will cause its outer layers to expand.
It'll explode and become a black hole, right?
The sun is now dead.
Oh.
It remains slowly cooling in the freezing temperatures of deep space.
I do wonder what will happen to Earth at that point.
The fate of the sun is the same as for all stars. One day, they must all eventually die, and the cosmos will be plunged into eternal night.
All stars eventually will run out of fuel. The temperature of the universe drops. The stars, one by one, in the night sky, will turn off. And there'll be no more new stars created. And so that the universe will end not with a bang, but with a whimper. And not in fire, but in ice.
y'all think? Let me see how. Can I speak over this, or how loud is it? I think I can. Yeah, okay, it was from 2012. I thought it was from Jurassic Park. Let me know if you can hear me as I speak, like, if you can hear me over the actual video. But, do y'all think that when
With
it
no
all becomes
fuel left to
darkness,
burn, a white dwarf's
would
faint
like
glow
alien
comes from the
creatures
last residual heat
that,
from
like,
its extinguished furnace.
live off of, live, like, in, like, for example, you know how, like, at the bottom of the
Looking at
ocean?
it from where the Earth is now, it would only generate.
I can't friggin' think when it's talking. Think of, like, just like how we have creatures that live at the bottom of the ocean in utter darkness that live with, like, bioluminescence and all this crazy stuff. Do you think eventually, even like when humankind or, you know, humanity might live on some kind of form, do you think there would be creatures out there that just, like, effectively surf through space? Not really surf, I know it's not water, but, like, just sort of, you know, propel themselves through space? You know what I mean? And just sort of, like, use bioluminescence. Like, I don't think it'd be some ginormous creature. I'm talking, like, bacteria. Like a certain bacteria that just sort of floats through space in the grand nothingness. You know? Like would space become the next primordial goop?
The same
I think
amount
that would
of
still,
light
like, I
as
think
the
there would
full
still be
moon
some form of
on a
life
clear
even
night.
after everything shuts down.
The faint glow of white dwarves will
I think
provide the
something would
only
adapt.
illumination in a dark and empty void littered with dead stars and black holes.
In some ways, it's kind of a ghost universe. It's the corpses, the zombie stars, that will take us into the future.
Dude, this is called the Degenerate Era. Somebody tell DW is gonna be so freaking happy. Our time, gravity ejects dead stars. Okay, alright, you guys can pause it. You think humans will create secondary space-time dimensions to live in? Those humans made universes and so live forever to escape the destruction of the universe, but keep in mind it's just a theory, taking into account only science. Yeah, but at that point... I guess at that point, what creates a different universe? Or a pocket dimension? Would you need this dimension to still exist? Like, if you put a, like, would it be tied to something, you know? Like, would the pocket dimension be tied to anything in this universe? The frick are these rings?
A black dwarf will be the final fate of those last stars. White dwarfs that have become so cold that they barely emit any more heat or light. Black dwarfs are dark, dense, decaying balls of degenerate matter. Little more than the ashes of stars. Their constituent atoms are so severely crushed that black dwarfs are 1,000,000 times denser than our sun.
So in theory, you could freaking land on that now.
Stars take so long to reach this point. We believe there are currently no black dwarfs in the universe.
Wait, so what? Any matter that fails to escape its galaxy is sucked into a supermassive black hole at the center. vaporizes the planet into dust and starts sucking it in. The rotational energy of the black hole becomes the last reliable source of power for any exotic... Wait, any what? Any exotic future civilizations. So it would still be a reliable source of power? Like, how? How would you even...
the energy available to us now.
How would you even...
You could imagine living
get power out of something like that,
which have a very different pace and therefore can extend out at least a lot farther than you'd imagine otherwise. You could have a living system where if it had a thought every 10 trillion years, that would seem normal. Even if our life dies out, one could imagine at some time arbitrarily far in the future, a fluctuation occurs which allows intelligent life to exist again for a little while.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So you might have islands in time of intelligence.
Like, that's the biggest idea, is like, even if we are the very first intelligent species in the entire universe, and even if we are the first intelligent life in the universe, it's like, it's only a matter of time before more pop up, you know? I don't know if we are the only ones in the universe, but even if we are, it's just a matter of waiting until there is another one. Because think about it, like, there hasn't been a black star, a black dwarf star. Like he said, just because it takes so freaking long for that to happen, that none currently exist. At least none that are in our observable universe. Current theories predict that atoms themselves will begin to decay, destroying all remaining matter in the universe.
A proton, one of the fundamental building blocks of atomic matter, of what makes us up, can just spontaneously fall apart.
Any material that evades the pull of a black hole eventually dies away as its protons disintegrate.
Proton decay is still unproven, and so this chapter in the future could look very different in light of new discoveries. Dude, do you think that when the final proton, the final atom, like, ceases to exist, that in and of itself is what causes the Big Bang?
The last matter,
or like the next Big Bang,
will eventually evaporate away and be carried off into the void
all
as radiation,
the matter that got sucked up by black holes just pops out again,
behind,
scattered into the infinite. And it's completely random whether new life will even exist again this time around.
There won't be a single atom of matter.
You know what I mean?
Left.
Like, so not like jump-starting the same universe again, but a completely brand new universe.
Of our once rich cosmos,
just the next one.
Will be particles of light.
It's all cyclical. The black hole era begins! Yet even... Okay, sorry, I'll keep doing the thing. On a scale of a human lifetime, the universe was just emerged from the womb. Cold, dark, and empty, this is how the cosmos will spend most of its life. Yeah, see, you don't think there'd be like bacteria or something that might exist in this? Like emptiness? Or some kind of other life? Something that adapted? Our universe gives life only a brief moment to shine. A haven in time, safe from its
The
fiery
arrow
bursts of
time
icy death.
creates a bright window in the universe's adolescence, during which life.
Alright, bro.
is
Either you gotta narrate or I will, but you can't keep jumping back and forth. All right.
But it's a window
This
that
isn't
doesn't stay
popcorn.
open for long.
This isn't popcorn reading. Don't give me text if you're not gonna
As
narrate
a
it.
fraction
Or
of the
I don't know.
lifespan of the universe, as measured from its beginning to the evaporation of the last black hole, life, as we know it, is only possible for 1,000th of a billion billionth of a percent.
Ah, yes. Buffalo, 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 buffalo.
Black holes become the fundamental building block of the universe. A galaxy will basically be
That
a
was 7
supermassive
buffaloes,
black
right? I
hole
don't
in
know
the
how many
center with smaller
buffaloes
black
I
holes
did.
orbiting it.
Zombie galaxies filled with black holes continue to evolve.
I mean, but like he said, black holes
They'll eat
could
each
be
other,
used
they'll
as a
get
source of
bigger, and maybe
power.
they'll
In
fall
what
into a
way?
supermassive black
There
hole
could
and
still be a
it'll-
civilization
The universe will
using
still
black
be an
holes.
exciting, dynamic place. It's just that the timescales you're talking about are now trillions of years instead of thousands or millions of years.
In this far-flung age, black hole mergers become the main event. Like two become one? When they
Black
freaking
holes can bang on space-time like mallets on a drum. And they have a very characteristic song. Imagine two black holes that have lived a long life together. At the end of their lives, they're going around each other, crossing thousands of kilometers in a fraction of a second. As they do so, they leave behind in their wake a ringing of space, an actual wave on space-time.
So that would be like a visual representation of a wave of
Space
space and
squeezes and stretches as
time.
it emanates out from these black
That's
holes
freaking
banging
wild!
on the universe. Those are the gravitational waves. They're literally the sounds of space ringing. And they will travel out from these black holes at the speed of light as they ring down and coalesce to one spinning, quiet black hole. If you were standing near enough, your ear would resonate with the squeezing and stretching of space. You would literally hear the sound.
You could actually hear that, dude. What the frick does space and time being flung around sound like?
Imagine a lighter black hole falling into a very heavy black hole. The sound you're hearing
Stellaris
is a light
vibe?
black
Oh,
hole
freaking love
banging
Stellaris, dude.
on space each time it gets close.
I'm so bad at it. Wait, which one's Stellaris again?
As it falls in, it gets
Is Stellaris the
faster
one with
and
the
it gets
giant-
louder.
The giant triangle spaceship with the fire people?
Scientists used to think black holes were immortal, but even these will one day die.
Now we're talking about timescales of unimaginable length, quadrillions of years into the future. On that timescale, even the black holes begin to evaporate.
According to quantum mechanics, Space is filled with virtual particles, ENVparticles, that are constantly materializing in pairs, separating, coming together again, and annihilating each other. In the presence of a black hole, one member of a pair of virtual particles may fall into the hole, leaving the other member without a partner with which to annihilate. The forsaken particle appears to be radiation emitted by the black hole.
Oh!
And so, black holes are not eternal. They evaporate away at an increasing rate until they vanish in a gigantic explosion.
So a black hole can freaking explode?
Quantum mechanics has allowed particles and radiation to escape from the ultimate prison, a black hole.
Black holes begin to evaporate away, erasing the last large-scale structures in the universe. As they die, they light up the darkness one by one. Well, at the end of the day, everything is just explosions. Everything in life is just explosions. Isn't it? Fireworks. Fireworks are gonna light up the skies at the end of everything. As the black holes slowly die off, the universe continues to expand, driven by a mysterious force we don't yet understand. This is the frontier of human knowledge, a frontier ripe for exploration,
and poets have asked the
and
question,
something.
will the world end in fire or ice? We can now give an answer. The latest evidence shows that the universe is not slowing down, but it's speeding up out of control. And the universe, we think, will die in ice. Trillions upon trillions of years from now.
Empty space itself has energy. In every little cubic centimeter of space, whether or not there's stuff, whether or not there's particles, matter, radiation, or whatever, there is still energy, even in the space itself. And this energy, according to Einstein, exerts a push on the universe.
What is the weird stuff that's accelerating the universe? We call it dark energy.
So there's an active force pushing the universe
out? The
out?
dominant stuff of the universe. Almost 3/4 of the matter energy content of the universe is this dark energy. And we don't know what it is.
Dark energy, unlike matter or radiation, does not dilute away as the universe expands. This has crucial implications for what the universe is going to do in the future.
So what will be the future of the universe? Well, if the dark energy remains dominant and repulsive, the universe will expand forever. Faster and faster and faster with time. A runaway universe.
It'll infinitely expand at an accelerated
of the
speed.
energy of the universe resides in empty space, and we don't understand why. But we do know what will happen. If that energy continues to be there, the universe will become cold and dark and empty. That's the future as it might be. We don't know because we don't yet understand the nature of dark energy. Until we do, we won't know the future. We won't even understand our own origins, and that's why we want to know and study this subject.
Discovering the true nature of dark energy could change our vision of the future dramatically. If it somehow weakens over time, the universe could collapse under gravity. A big crunch. Given a boost, it could tear the universe apart at the seams. A big rift. Physicists increasingly suspect that there may be multiple universes beyond our own, each with their own unique laws of physics. Some would harbor the right conditions for life, others could collapse or be ripped apart. Others still could be far more exotic than anything we could imagine. New pieces to this puzzle are out there somewhere, waiting to be found.
The forecast does seem to be for an ever colder, ever emptier universe. But then, of course, we have to ask, could that end lead to a new beginning? And there are ideas whereby what actually is the end of our universe could in some sense be linked to the beginning of a new one.
Some speculate that there may be a way to escape our universe before entropy erases everything. Is there... Does dark energy actually give some kind of, like, usable force? Because that could also potentially lend itself to doing exactly this. We could create simulated virtual universes, or with enough energy, create another one just like our own.
We've worked out the mathematics, the equations. They seem to say that if you have an atom smasher that can concentrate tremendous amounts of energy at a single point, you can perhaps open up a gateway, a baby universe.
And that's if you smash particles so freaking strong that it creates just enough energy to open pocket dimensions.
Of everything there is. This perhaps is their only possibility of escape. And this also raises a very intriguing possibility, sheer speculation of course, that perhaps any universe that has intelligent life in it will create baby universes, will create lifeboats, and proliferate child universes. So an evolution may take among universes in the multiverse. Survival of the fittest may take place. So those universes which do not have intelligent life are infertile. They have no children. But those universes that have mild temperatures, stars like us, would create civilizations that could open up child universes, and they would then proliferate.
Bro, at that point, how different is that from, like, a cell? Effectively, like, splitting off into two cells, you know? That's freaking wild to think about. If there is no way to escape the universe, then entropy will march on, destroying the last remaining supermassive black holes. As the last one explodes and dies, it bathes the universe in light one last time. Is so freaking relaxing, I can't even freaking... Wow. It's so cool, bro. This is like an actual wallpaper. Like, literally, actually. But I mean, that... The fact that this is happening means that there has to be some kind of, like, light particle being flung out, no?
After an unimaginable length of time, even the black holes.
Well, maybe
will
that's the
evaporate,
maybe
and
that's the
universe
inevitable.
will be nothing.
I mean, isn't it wild though? Maybe that's the inevitable cycle. Is that eventually?
But a sea of photons gradually tending towards the same temperature as the expansion of the universe cools them towards absolute zero.
Inevitably, we just become capable of creating other universes. Well, not us. Maybe some other form of life, something way more evolved in the future. Like, it would not be humanity as we know it. I don't think so.
Once the very last remnants of the very last
Even if
stars
somehow some of our
finally
DNA was still
decayed
there,
away
it
to
would be
nothing,
something wildly,
and
vastly
everything
different.
reaches the same temperature.
Yeah, no,
the
for real.
story of the
For real.
universe finally.
But I love
comes to an end.
talking and thinking about this kind of stuff. This is wild.
For the first time in its life, the universe will
I
be
think
permanent.
it's a good thing for people to take a few moments to just like dread reality and life and existence. You know, just for a few minutes, and then you can get back to playing video games and looking at waifus. You know, because honestly, who cares? Yeah, you could be doing something more productive, but you know, anime waifus. You know, 2D booba. Like, you know, it's all space. It's all freaking like none of this matters. Waifus.
Entropy finally stops increasing.
Why not? Screw it.
Because the cosmos
Screw it all.
cannot get any more disordered. Nothing happens, and it keeps not happening forever.
Everything has its wonders, even darkness and silence. And I learned... Hold on, Helen! And I learned, whatever state I may be in, therein to be content. Okay, just be happy. With what you got. Crafted by Melody Sheep. And supported by Protocol Labs. That was David Attenborough? Alright. Let's go and check them out. Absolutely great video, dude. Fantastic. Absolutely loved it. Ugh! My daily dose of thinking. Ugh, let's not do that anytime soon again. I'm gonna my brain is fried as it is. Do you think we could reach immortality in our lifetime, Oz? I mean, nobody wants to die, and the most powerful rich people in the world are working on it. I'm 24 years old. I hope I can live a long and happy life. Look, no matter what form of immortality we find, it's not going to be great. It's not going to be a good form. Because we have no, like, if we go virtual, we have no way to virtually store a human brain. Like, it's pretty much impossible. Currently, with the amount of storage we would need, we wouldn't even be able to hold that much data on servers, like, on the planet. Too much. If you go the organic route, the best example of immortality would be like a brain, like a head transplant, like transplanting the entire head, the entire brain, the neck, you know, from neck up. But even then, I'm pretty sure the cells in like the old cells in the old head are still going to have issues, you know. So that's not really possible, like a good possibility. I would say the only actual genuine form of immortality that we would have in like within the next couple of years, like, and I'm not saying that 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, but like, you know, within the next 100 years or so, let's say, like, would be like sticking a brain in a jar and giving that brain like some kind of like artificial senses, sight, sound, voice, that kind of stuff, like Neuralink, but on a brain. Now, the only issue there would be, what the frick would you leave that brain in that would be able to preserve it, and not allow it to lose all of its functions. So, it's not going to be very pretty anytime soon. Maybe someday in the future we'll be able to download our brains into something, or at least put our brains into a machine body. I think that would be what I think that's gonna be what immortality looks like for humanity. Good, fully consumer level immortality. Consumer level. You work your entire life in your human body, and you earn enough money so that you can buy yourself a robot body, a robot suit. And then everybody becomes Alita Battle Angel, but with their human brain.